Phone want to be ringing. Afternoon. How's everybody doing? Seatbelt time. Man, I'm out here naked on the ears. Oh my God. How we got naked ears? I can't believe it. Ethan came on live with naked ears. Do Jesus. Ladies understand when we say naked ears. I'm out and about. Had a couple of errands to run today before this snow or whatever we getting starts up. I'm guessing we gonna have some kind of weather. They actually closed Amazon and I dropped the shift. I should have just stayed on the shift. That would have been a paid day off, man. Always something. So here I am, off work without pay, and everybody else that was on the schedule is getting paid. Next time I'm sticking to my guns. Cause I had a feeling they was gonna close, but they didn't the last time, so I'm like, they don't care. Yeah, they closed. So if I had oh shit, that's probably a red light ticket. If I had just stayed on there, held on a little longer, I'd have been off. Why does my camera look so wide open or something? I don't know. I'm on here with naked ears. I don't even know how to act with no earrings on. That is so rare. Only time I don't have on earrings is when I'm asleep. Shoot. I'm trying to navigate this traffic and get to the house. I just went and got a few essentials. Hello, how are you? Does it say to Courtney? Sicka! What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we supposed to be getting some snow, so I'm getting ready. Is it snowing where you at, Sickle? I mean, I'm acting like I'm just preparing for a storm. I just went to the ABC and just grabbed a few snacks and things from the grocery store for the children. Honey, because I ain't ready. How's this thing going? And that dang on retouch thing, I gotta turn that off. That looked weird to me. I don't see how people do it. Be putting on like them little filters and things. Man, that's weird. That is wicked. I kept saying something looks funny. Yeah, I think that's what we supposed to be getting. It's a couple inches, like between 1 to 3. So I'm guessing about 4. Hello, Addison. Too country for you. That's what he said. Hello, too country for you. You too country for me? I'm too country for you. I'm gonna rename myself me. Too city for you. But yeah, I just coming on doing a pulse check. See how everybody's doing on the day. Hey, DJ. You getting a lot of snow, ain't you? I seen y'all supposed to be getting a lot of snow today, DJ. I guess it's they closed work. And I took off. That's a bummer. I took off. I could have been paid off. Dang, I wish I would have just put a whole 10-hour shift on that thing. I could have been paid for nothing. I'll be there 10 hours tomorrow. Oh, I'm putting 10 hours because, hey, they might be kind of messed up. We're closed again. That would be so dope. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm calling this right now the calm before the storm. It's just cloudy and it's a little traffic out. People at the store grabbing some things. It was a little bit of hustle and bustle in the store. And where is this? I'm in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, yeah, I mean, the grind must go on. If you gotta do it safely. But, if it ain't safe, just don't even, man, don't risk your safety. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm getting ready. It's supposed to start up, I guess, about 7, I don't know, anywhere from 7 to 10 o'clock, but go into like late tomorrow morning. So I wanted to get out after I took my nice nap. I got off work at 2:30. I didn't go to sleep until like 9 o'clock, I think, man. I was wide awake, like, so I went to sleep, woke up, and I knew I had to go get my belongings out of the salon that I was working at. So I went and did that and chit chat with the ladies for a while. And it was funny because I thought they all knew I was leaving, but only one knew. So yeah, it was cool though. They understood. My thing is, I wasn't like 100% honest about why I was leaving. I don't know. I just felt some kind of way, like, because this man really helped me out when I first got here. And it's nothing wrong with, it was nothing wrong with his shop per se. Only thing was wrong was it wasn't a fit for me. So I just felt bad in a sense, like I was here all this time, but I think I want to tell him why I really left. Because I'll feel better. Honesty is the best policy. Yeah. Plus, I don't want my foundation to start off on a lie. It was just easier not to say, I don't know. Y'all understand. Sometimes you just don't want to, like, I feel like I would hurt his feelings. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or disappoint nobody or let them down. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give him a story. Yeah. But it is what it is. Onwards and upwards. I'll be in a new establishment next week. I might need to do a sweet warming live, like a housewarming party, a sweet warming. I'm gonna need product. Be like, y'all come and donate to the product fund. Sweet warming. Bet you ain't nobody had a sweet warming before. House warming, not a sweet warming. That's funny. Sweet warming. But it's gonna be cool though. I can't wait to like decorate it and make it my own and everything. That's what I'm gonna start showing on the other page when I start going live, like the beginning of putting everything together and getting stuff started. So I'm real excited about that. The moment I get my key and all that good stuff, it's gonna be a great journey. Like I said, I'm excited about new doors opening, new opportunities, meeting new ladies to style. It's growing, I've been here a while. It's time for me to get on out here and introduce Meek. 100% introduction, And, other than that, yeah, we're just waiting on the snow now. I'm thinking about the calm before the storm. That's like so often in life. I don't think we realize it. Like, that moment when you get ready to, like right now, with me embarking onto this salon suite journey. Today, going to get my things from the other salon, that ended that chapter. And right now it's the calm before the storm. And it's not a storm where it's going to cause destruction, but it's going to be, the reason why I'm calling it a storm is because I'm going to have to buckle down. I'm going to have to go hard. I'm going to have to be steadfast in the work that I'm doing. I'm going to have to, lay down the groundwork and really, I'm going to call this my harvest. Forget the storm. It's the calm before the harvest. Because most people think like, oh yeah, this is my harvest season. But what you don't really realize about a harvest, that don't mean it's easy. You know what I'm saying? A harvest time mean it's time to get out here and, man, you turn around and see 2 cars on your tail and walked across the street anyway. Lord. But hey Gary, harvest time is not a time where it's just gonna, if you were a farmer and you've been planting seed, water your seeds, they're growing, and they've come to the full process of the growth. Now it's harvest time. Do you think that the farmer is gonna stand outside with a basket and nah, I need to, cause man, yeah, it's like the stuff ain't gonna just jump in the farmer's basket, in harvest season. In harvest season, that's where the real work begins. Before you got your seeds, you just gotta go out there and water it, make sure you're feeding your plants, make sure you're keeping the weeds out, the insects, whatever happens. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. This is my imagination when I think about plant life. But now the real work comes, You gotta go out there and see what you're working with. You gotta start digging up everything, pulling up everything that you're gonna be pulling up, your corn, your potatoes, or whatever the case. The harvest is the real work. You gotta go out there and get dirty. You gotta get everything that you grew up and out. Then once you do that, you gotta go and investigate, inspect your harvest, see what's good and what's not, what can be saved and what can't, what needs to be discarded of. Then you got to clean it, and it's just like a whole process in your harvest. So when we say harvest season, I think that people get it misconstrued that this is like, yay, my harvest is here. Now you gotta work. Now you gotta actually put in the work to cultivate and get your harvest going and get it in proper working order, or proper what is the word I'm trying to say, ready for use, in a sense. That's what harvest season is to me. And I realized that in my last salon I did. Remember I said, I think, I told y'all that it was so hard. I was doing this work by myself, and so many times I wanted to give up. And that was one of the things I know God said to me, this is harvest. This is harvest. I couldn't understand that at the time, but then after the fact, I realized it, like, man, everybody think harvest season is this peachy, just easy peasy little moment, but in all honesty, that's when the real work begins. That's when you get to access what you've built, what you've grown, what you've whatever, bread, I don't know, what you cultivated in that field, what you sown. You're gonna reap what you sow, yeah, but you're gonna work now, because now you got to retrieve it. That's the harvest for me. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I think it's the truth. I watched this movie. If you guys ever seen Faith Like Potatoes, you ever seen that movie? It's a movie called Faith Like Potatoes, and it was like this preacher, I think he was like in Africa or somewhere, I can't remember the country, but they were praying for rain. They had like they planted potatoes. They had like a potato field, and it wasn't raining, so therefore, potatoes weren't growing. So they were like praying for rain and stuff, and he ended up being like this big time preacher, did like a stadium service, and while they were praying, it was like he was just having the faith that it was gonna rain. Everybody else was like, oh Lord. But long story short, it ended up raining at that service, and boom, it saved the crops. And then they had to get out there and get that stuff. Man, it was hard work. I always think of that movie when I think of harvest season, because I think that's when I really understood that the harvest time is the real, the real time of work. Yeah, you got what you've been working for, but now you gotta utilize it. You gotta go and get it, make it happen, make it work, whatever, however you want to use those terms, whatever that means to you or for you. What are you gonna do with your harvest is the question. What are you gonna do with your harvest? Are you gonna let it just sit, or are you gonna get out there and put your what they say, put your hands to the plow and get to work, and get to pulling those things up and into the positions they need to be in. Get yourself into the right position so that you're able to actually utilize what you work so hard for, what you've been waiting to happen for so long. That's what harvest season is. Time to work, pretty much. So, yeah. It's the calm before the harvest. While I'm sitting here in the calm before the storm. Because it's going to be a good night, though. I really think, watch some movies and fry some chicken and apparently some fish. And just have a good night, Get a little family night. Just be in the house. Just chilling. I'm back home now, so it's like, yeah, I don't even feel like cooking, but I guess I got to if I won't eat much. But I do want to sit down, some more research on YouTube. I've been learning a lot of stuff about this thing, and I want to make sure that when I get to that space of monetization, that I done cross my T's and dotted my I's, so that I'm not denied, you have to wait and all those things. So I really like just doing a lot of research and making sure I got things good on this end going forward up until that point. Gain understanding and knowledge about a lot of things. And yeah, I'm excited about both my channels, but definitely the hair channel, because I feel like with everything I've learned, that channel gonna hit quick. As a single man, I understand clearly what you're saying. I mean, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Exactly. And listen, Sicko, when I tell you that this moment is a huge leap of faith for me, because I believe that, when you say, oh Lord, enlarge my territory, and then you stay in a small territory, what is there to enlarge? You know what I'm saying? I believe he enlarges us as we step into a larger space. So, I could have stayed in this place where I work 3 days a week, and it's at Meek, MEEKDIDTHAT. Meek did that 757. If you put in the at Meek did that 757. If you can't find it, it's on. I got it like in my description on a lot of my videos, so you should be able to find it real quick, real easy. But I'm coming from a space where a man allowed me to work in his shop when I first came here, even though I didn't have my credentials yet. I was in the process of doing the paperwork and all that stuff. Most people wouldn't even let you start, so I'm most grateful to him for that. So I started in the shop before I got my credentials. I have them now, but then he let me work for free for a set amount of time. He never came to me and asked me about any money. I went to him at a certain point and said, hey, if I just work these days, can I pay you $75 a week? He said, I can do that. So this man let me work in his shop for a while, basically for partially free and then for $75. And what I'm stepping to now is not $75. And I still got the same clients that I had when I was paying $75. So it's definitely a huge step of faith to launch out into basically a space it's basically mine. It's my own space. I can make it the way I want it. I could create my own atmosphere. That's like the number one reason, to be able to build something for my clients that they come into, and it's basically a space created for them. And then I have creative control. I can come on here and go live. I don't have to worry about background noises or voices or copyright because the music on and all that stuff. So that's the other part of it. But then it's like I have this faith that knows that my clientele is going to take off. But if I didn't step out on faith and get into this larger space, which is costing me more money, that those things probably wasn't going to happen because I was in a box. And sometimes we have to step outside of the box. And to step outside of the box, the box is comfortable. When you're on the inside of the box, it's comfortable because it's only so much going to happen inside that box. It's a little safe space. But it's also a hindrance when you allow yourself to stay in a box, So, who was saying that? I think Double this morning was saying, like, you can't put God in a box. If I can't put God in a box, why in the world would I stay in a box? If God ain't, if we cannot put God in a box, why on earth would we stay in a box? Not saying he won't have our back in the box, but that's like Peter on the water. You know what I'm saying? If I believe, then I should be able to step outside this box where God is and walk on that water, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping outside this box because I know what I want and I know what I've accomplished in the past. And there's no reason in the world that shouldn't happen again. So that's what I can say to you guys. If you've placed yourself in a safety zone, inside this little box where everything is neat and packed away and it's working. My coworker just said to me, I want to live. I don't want to feel like I'm just here. I've been doing this and it's just like I'm just doing it to stay alive. And I'm like, you got to step out on faith. It's not to give up some things. It's to take on more sometimes. It's like you have not because you ask not. I don't have the clientele. Yeah, I need it. I'm going to get it without a doubt. But you have to come into an understanding to know when your time is up in a space and when that season is over. And my season was over in that space because I know that I'm a different caliber of stylist than I was working on. You see what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with those stylists, but we're just not in the same space. Thank you, Sikkim. We're not in the same space as far as skill. They're not horrible, but we're not in the same space as far as skill and as far as our price ranges. And it's kind of hard to operate in a space where people are charging 50 to 60% less than you. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't match. So I felt like my opportunity for growth was kind of slim. And now where I'm going, I'm stepping out, like I said, into a larger territory. I'm going to enlarge my territory so God can fill that space. If you enlarge your territory, then God will come in and fill that space. But if you stay in this space, he's going to come into that space. Whatever space you're in, he's going to fill it up. So it's up to you if you want to come out of that box and have him to fill that larger space. You see what I'm saying? My territory. I ain't even about to try to do that song. No. But yeah, you gotta step out on faith sometime. And it's scary, yes. But when it's scary, that's when you know it's good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you walk through things just totally 100% fearless and you ain't got no kind of like a little inkling of being scared, yeah, too easy ain't right. It gotta make you question yourself. That's what faith is. Like, are you sure? I believe this. I'm gonna do it anyway. You positive? I believe this. I'm gonna do it. You watch. So that's what I'm gonna let y'all do. Y'all gonna watch. Y'all gonna see what it is to step out on faith, even though you don't have all the clients you need in the moment. Even though you're gonna have to more than likely pay for your space for a moment, but you'll see it all come together. I believe God. I got that although right now, as a precaution, I'm saying, okay, I know that I'm probably gonna have to come out of pocket some for this space. I know I serve a God that as soon as I step into that space, he can send those people that will pay for that space, and I won't be paying out of my pocket. See what I'm saying? So it's just, for me, it's like, but we also move by common sense with understanding. I understand that I may have to pay for my space. That's why I have another job. That's why I have support at home, So I didn't go without thinking. I went with that plan in mind, with that understanding in mind. You know what? If I got to pay out my pocket, that means that's 3 days of work. Boom. And I still got a nice check. But I don't anticipate that being for long. You know what I'm saying? So it's an exciting journey. It's nothing I haven't been through before. Thank God. So that's why I think, right, like after you've done something so many times, you kind of understand how things work. But I felt like if I didn't do that here, it was never going to happen. I would just be still doing these few heads here and there. And, the fire wasn't there. So I had to ignite the fire for myself. The things I was thinking about doing or wishing I could do, I'm doing it. There's like nothing to a failure but a try. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst case? I gotta go somewhere else. That's nothing. That's nothing. But I ain't gonna know unless I do it. You will not know what can happen unless you do it. We can't just sit here and be like, oh, I believe you, Lord. I believe God, and just be sitting there. That's like I was talking the other night about people that say, oh, that was confirmation. Oh, I heard that 2 weeks ago. That was confirmation. What is going on? Y'all, my thing breaking. Why is my thing just all of a sudden? It must be the heat. But yeah, confirmation. Well, somewhere along the line, you didn't move on that confirmation, right? The great Stephen Chestnut says too much confirmation, so you're not obedient somewhere. You know what I mean? That's a sign of disobedience. So my encouragement to you guys today, because my 30 minutes is about here. Yes, that's right. It's done, Myron. But yeah, my 30 minutes is up. The family has pulled up, and I'm gonna get out this car and tend to them. So hopefully today I said something that encouraged you. Get out the box, step out into a larger territory so God can fill that space. That's the encouragement for today. You have not because you ask not. So get to praying about it and doing it. Step out on faith. All it takes is the faith the size of a mustard seed, right? So until next time, I pray God blesses you guys tonight. I pray that everyone that is in the path of any inclement weather is safe, and that you take all precautions that you need to take. And if you don't have to, stay off the roads. But if you have to, definitely, I ask God to pray angels all around you to make sure you arrive safely. All these things I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Bye. Oh, yeah. 30 minutes for real. Well, I got some seconds to go. Remember yesterday or the day before? Motivation, activate, activate, activate. Motivation, activate, activate. We still on that. Motivation, activate. All right, y'all. Bye.